got the next part of our project going. So now we're gonna get ready to do our velouté sauce. Okay, so I have the mushrooms sitting down and simmering a little bit over on something on the other stove. And then now we're gonna go ahead and put together the velouté sauce. So if you take a look at your velouté sauce, it calls for shallots, it calls for fresh thyme, it calls for a bay leaf, cracked peppercorns, and we should be in pretty good shape. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the velouté sauce. So we got 1 tablespoon of shallots. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in. So I'm letting my pan get nice and hot. So on there, we're gonna make our roux for it. So I'm gonna make the roux and put that over to the side. So we have 2 ounces of butter and 2 ounces of flour. So I have my butter right here. So this is getting nice and warm. Okay, and so remember, if you can make roux, you can make pâte choux. So always remember that, guys. Just a little extra for you. Okay, so we're melting the butter. Going ahead and we're adding in the flour. Now we're going to get out a nice stir. Have my whisk. We're whisking those together. And we're getting our roux going. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. And remember, it's not a heavy roux, it's just a light roux. Okay, so not dark, just a light roux, just real light. Bringing everything together. You can kind of see what's going on. So I'll show it to you here. And then we have our roux. Okay, because we're going to need our roux a little bit closer to the end. So that's going to be our thickening agent. Alright, so we have our roux over to the side. We're going to do our chicken stock. So I have a cup of warm water. So it calls for 1 3/4 cup of chicken stock. And so on our chicken stock, it calls for 1 cup for 1 cup of water to 1 teaspoon of the base. So we're going to go ahead and get that going. So then I need 1 3/4 teaspoon of base. So again, we had just a little bit of olive oil or a little bit of vegetable oil in the bottom. We're going to saute off our shallots. calories off. We have our chicken stock. That we're adding in. And so we want to get out a nice stir. Okay. And then it calls for 1 bay leaf. Put our bay leaf in there to give it a little bit of flavor. And then it's calling for peppercorns. Drop in our peppercorns. Now we're going to let that simmer for a little bit, and we're trying to let that flavor from the bay leaf get into our sauce so that we're in good shape.